Hello and welcome to another episode of the Access Baseball Podcast. I'm your host, Vin Nisana. Tonight we're filming once again from Showtime Athletics in Holbrook, New York, joined by a very special guest, Aidan Colagrande. Aidan's a senior at Kings Park High School, recently committed to Fairfield University, so we're going to talk about that, all things about his college commitment and his summer playing with Team Steele. But first, a quick message from our sponsors. No matter the level you play at, everyone wants to be at their best. Elite level athletes have a team around them to help them excel in every facet of the game. If you've ever wondered how you can have the same level of attention that the world-class athletes do, but without breaking the bank, then the Vitality Center is your answer. Their team of specialists can get you back in the game quickly and safely and keep you at your best throughout the season. Their holistic one-stop shop can address the physical and mental parts of the game to help you gain the edge you need to compete at the best. Conveniently located in Comac, New York, right off the LIE in Northern State, the Vitality Center is ready for you. To learn more, go to vitalitycenterli.com or give them a call at 631-864-2784. All right, Aidan, so let's talk about the most relevant, I guess, to your life right now is your commitment to Fairfield University. Can you tell our audience a little bit about how that came about and why you made that decision?
It all started right about the first tournament we played in Diamond Nation. I threw 2 innings there, and then my start got canceled because of the rain. So I was a little nervous. I threw 2 innings, but my coach was like, "All right, you're fine. Like, don't worry." Later that day, I had a phone call with them, and then ever since on, it's been mostly like they were one of my top schools, and then I just kept pitching throughout the season, and it's been like game after game with them, always in contact with them.
Mm-hmm. So when you visited the campus, what was it about the school that you liked?
Everything.
Everything?
It was amazing.
Yeah. And this summer you played with Team Steele. How long have you been with them?
Since I was 12 or 13.
Oh, so pretty early on then. What was your summer like? Did you guys do a lot of tournaments and traveling?
Yeah, we went to Georgia, Alabama, New Jersey a couple times. It was probably one of my best summers ever. It was great.
Mm-hmm. What was your favorite moment playing this year out of those trips?
Definitely Alabama. We had a game that it was the first playoff game. And you know how they do like the California rule, bases loaded, 1 out.
Mm-hmm.
We did 5 innings of that.
Really?
And Dom Persicelli had to pitch 5 innings of it. It was
and never gave a run.
We kept having going back and forth, but it's the craziest game I've ever been a part of.
Who was that against?
Memphis Tigers.
Wow. And when you guys go on a trip like that, there's got to be some nerves. You know, you're playing top teams. A lot of schools are there. You know, how do you cope with that, or is that something that you kind of feel comfortable in those settings?
Personally, I don't mind like all the schools there, and I kind of like it. You know, the added pressure makes me feel like, all right, go out and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And show who you are. But like if you are nervous about it, I'd say just pretend like they're not there and just have fun.
Just try to block it out.
Yeah.
Who were some of the teammates this summer that performed well that you think deserve a lot of credit?
Our pitching staff was good every tournament we had. We had me, AJ Petrides, Dom. He was like our Sandman, like the closer for most of like every game.
Yeah.
Carlos Martinez, he's always performs. Jake Delorier, they all pitch great.
Yeah, that's an exceptional staff. How about the offense? Because you guys could put up some runs too.
Frankie Noto, Richie Hyder, Albert Ramos, Brady Steiner, all guys who just absolutely break every tournament.
Yeah, and Brady in particular is impressive. He's got to be comfortable pitching, knowing when he's at shortstop. You feel like he's just going to get anything in his vicinity. Yeah. And Ramos too. I haven't seen a lot of him, but what does he bring to the table?
He's great. Having both of them up the middle made you 10 times more comfortable, especially Tyree Jackson. I had him in center all year.
Tyree's got to be one of the best athletes you've ever played with. Right?
One of the fastest guys I know. You could just pitch to contact and have full trust in them, all game.
Mm-hmm. From a personal standpoint, I know you had a big bump up in velocity. What would you attribute that to? Was that pretty recently?
Oh yeah, definitely over this winter. The velo clinics with Cam Sorgi, those helped a lot. You know, working out a lot, eating right. Mm-hmm. I think I was around like 75, 78 when I started that, and then came out in one of my first outings from like the winter before school ball. I topped out at like 86.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a big jump in velo from that.
What kind of stuff do you guys do in that camp?
A lot of like arm path stuff and just weight training with Sean McMurray. He helped a lot with that. Just getting stronger.
Yeah, for sure. Is that something that you're going to do this year as well, or are you going to take some time off?
I'm definitely going to do that.
Cool. And I wanted to talk about your high school. So Kings Park. Side note, full disclosure, I'm very friendly with head coach Andrew Brew. Played high school ball with him. Great guy. And I think you guys are primed for a big year this year. Like everybody knows, it starts with pitching. And, to have a rotation starting with you and AJ, it's a pretty good start, right? So tell our audience a little bit about the 2022 Kingman.
Rough season last year, so everyone's got that chip on their shoulder. We're looking to make a comeback. We have 4 commits right now. We have me, AJ Petritis, who's going to Lemoyne, Ryan Callahan, he's going to Stack, and John Muller, who just recently committed to Old Westbury.
So AJ is kind of like co-aces with you, right?
Yeah.
How would you say, what type of pitcher is he?
He's just one who, like, you could throw out on the mound and you have full trust in him to go deep into games and just perform. There's never a worry that he's not going to do well or anything.
And he's got good stuff, obviously, right? Yeah, mid to upper 80s guy. Now, who are some pitchers that you try to emulate, either when you were younger or maybe now in Major League Baseball?
Being a lefty, I like Kershaw a lot with his big curveball. He was one guy who I always look to. And then, besides like all the bad stuff with Trevor Bauer, the analytics part of how he uses numbers and all of that stuff to improve his game.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. The analytics, is that something that you've learned to utilize as you've gotten older?
Using the Rapsodo all winter was great.
What's some things that you can like take away from that? Are you looking at like spin efficiency? Are you looking at movement? What do you try to hone in on?
I'm a big spin rate guy, so like if my ball is spinning a lot, I know like I'm gonna get a lot of swing and misses because I don't throw as hard as most people do. So if my spin rate's high up in like the 2400s, like I know my fastball's gonna turn into a swing and miss pitch. So being able to look at those numbers is a big advantage to use.
You also like to work quick on the mound, I noticed too, right? Is that something that has always been a part of your game?
Yeah, because once you get into that tempo, like you're moving, and a lot of other pitchers I've seen do that too. Both the Rizzo brothers, they do it very well.
Oh yeah, working quick, throwing strikes, keeping your defense ready. Now here's one that I just thought of. In your conference from last year, who were some batters that stood out to you as difficult outs or just impressive overall?
Definitely Sean Keys. He's going to Bucknell. He was a good one from Harbor Fields. From Rocky Point. I didn't pitch against them, but they had
half of their lineup.
Half of their lineup was very good. Sean Hamilton always.
Oh yeah, Cody Miller.
Cody and Carbone. They're all great hitters.
Yeah, they were very impressive last year. How'd you do against Keys? Do you remember the at bat?
I think he had a single off me once, and this guy had hit by pitch. I don't know.
Oh, all right. Now, how about this? Do you have any superstitions on the day of your starts?
Definitely.
Lefties always seem to. Now you got to tell us.
I always drink the same Rain energy drink, the orange one. Always drink that one. Or if I don't, I feel like I'm going to do terrible.
It's all about the drink.
I wear the same underwear every time. I do wash it, though.
That's good.
The same underwear every time.
I don't know what it is about lefties, but we're a very enigmatic bunch, I would say. It's all about how you feel when you take them out. How about stepping over the line or sitting in the dugout, any particular spot?
I tap behind the line before I go. So I do like a little tap with the top of my foot and then walk over it.
Do you have to sit by yourself in the dugout too?
No. I always try and talk to everybody, but nobody wants to talk to me while I'm pitching. It's like, you got to focus. I'm like...
And did you play any other sports growing up?
No. Well, when I was little, I played football, but that didn't really last long. So I was mostly just focused on baseball since I was like 11 on.
Okay. So how about this off season? What's your game plan as far as you have it mapped out? Are you going to take a little bit of time off of throwing?
Yeah.
Are you going to focus on weight training? Or?
Definitely weight training, getting stronger, and hopefully I can have another velo jump is what I'm looking for during when school ball starts. So that's like my main goal is to get my velo up.
Awesome. And are you going to, do you have a private pitching instructor at all?
Not a private one, but definitely going to look to do the velo clinic with Cam.
Okay. All right, so we got a little rapid fire here. Favorite app on your phone? Snapchat. How about if you could pick one moment in MLB history that you could have been there for, what would it be?
The Didi Gregorius home run. And,
Which one?
I think it was the wild card game. He hit the 3-run
Against the
home run.
Twins, right?
Yeah.
2017, I
Definitely
think. Okay, that's a good one. Favorite vacation spot?
Florida.
What part?
My uncle is all over the place there, so wherever he is.
Okay. Dream car?
A Jeep Wrangler.
Okay. And favorite show on Netflix?
They took it off, but it was Friday Night Tights.
I never heard of that. Let's see. 2 more. Favorite pregame meal?
Energy drinks.
And favorite pregame hype music or walk-up song?
Too Comfortable.
By who?
Future.
Okay. Awesome. I think that's all the time that we have for today. I put you on the spot on some of those, so I don't want to I don't want to push you anymore. But Aidan, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on your commitment. Best of luck this year. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Access Baseball Podcast. I'm your host, Vin Masana. Make sure you subscribe on Spotify so you can get alerts when these episodes come out. And special thanks to Showtime Athletics for hosting us and the Vitality Center for sponsoring our podcast.